Hi, my name is Laura Crapo. This is my very this is my dog, Dr. Disco, and he gets very excited when I go online. Maybe because I'm talking and I wasn't talking before, but anyway, hopefully he's just full of joy and not barking during this video. All right, so I'm gonna take my glasses off, and what are you doing, everybody? And if you post comments, I'll probably read them later because my eyesight isn't that great without my glasses on. Oh my god, it's snowing outside. I hope everyone's doing well, and I will start this video on Cristiano Ronaldo. And I've done a reading on him before a while ago. Anyway, I'm interested to see what comes up. And of course, if you guys want to leave comments and stuff, I'll read them later and reply to them if if need be. Okay. I'm just like closing my eyes so I can focus. I'm not falling asleep. All right, that was my dog. All right, so. It feels like there's some aspect to his career that he's sort of tying up with a bow right now. I don't know how long his contract is in where he's at right now. What are you doing? Calm down, buddy. Okay. Shh. Do you want to walk around? All right. We'll see how that goes. Okay. Let me just he always does this at the beginning. Just hold on a sec. I'm getting him this snack. First, I'll give my dog a snack and then I'll continue with that thought. All right. I feel like someone in the soccer, football, like business part of it that is responsible for like ownership of the team that he's on right now is applying some sort of pressure and like vision towards the future, how long they want him to work there. Like, I don't know if they're saying like 5 more years or it's like they're like let's say they're giving a presentation like you would in school or something, like with the screen and the PowerPoint, let's say, and they're saying like, here are, here's what you get and here are the good points for you, almost like telling him how he would think if he accepted it, like it's like a sort of psychological suggestion, or like, I mean, I would think that Cristiano's old enough and knows himself well enough that he could imagine how he would feel with certain perks or like on his own. So it might just be like a cultural difference of formality of explaining something. And like sort of suggesting that he would like stay on or like continue living there to be a sort of sort of cultural centerpiece of one of many there to sort of anchor a long-term relationship. Okay. I feel like his partner, Georgina, is kind of like, being friendly on the sidelines of this discussion and kind of gesturing like, well, you do you, and I'm gonna spend some time in Spain. Um, that she considers that like her home base as much as like where they are right now. Just 1 second. Dr. Disco, why? Embrace technology. Okay. Um, I feel like Cristiano's a very like agreeable person, and so it's like he's trying to spread himself in both places and like kind of make everyone happy. I just want to see if like his own personal happiness. I feel like he's so duty bound. He's such a like dutiful person that his first thoughts are to like do the right thing. Okay, in a way, like putting himself last. Like after all, he's grown up in the football system, and it's so much part of his um, worldview and personality. Like, why would he be like nurturing some other reality, on the side? So it kind of makes sense. Okay. I do feel that like that's sort of that bubble of activity that Georgina has of her next Netflix series and stuff isn't like his favorite thing going on, and it showcases a different side to her personality that perhaps he didn't sign up for. It that world is kind of populated with a bunch of characters. I just want to get this. The dog is kind of distracting me. Okay. There's some amount of like like interruption or like I don't know if she does a lot of I don't know if Georgina does a lot of like spiritual work herself of anyway, there's just some resistance to letting me look at it clearly. That's my dog snoring at me. Okay, wait. I mean, the vibe I get is like her personality reads like kind of like a teenager level. So I don't know if their dynamic is like that, where he's more like parental and sort of like the not like a sugar daddy, obviously, like she's co-parent like parenting with him. But it's that kind of dynamic where like let's say there's two parents and they both hypothetically like give 50-50 effort, like and sacrifice, and like you could think of parents as putting themselves second to the welfare of their kids. My sense is that she cares a lot about her own welfare. She cares about her kids, but she has like staff, and it's not really like on her back, like the weight of a lot of the duties and stuff. And so it makes her personality be, because she does require or ask for a lot of financial support and like to satisfy her whims and stuff. Like she comes off energetically like a teenager for that reason. Yeah, and so like venturing off and doing like the Netflix show kind of seems like, a weekend with the girls, or like, it has that kind of adolescent, ungrounded, um, feeling to it as I'm looking at it. So I see Cristiano kind of like looking forward into the future. Like what does this mean? Like what is this sort of Netflix involvement and like exposure and like this sides to her personality that she's sharing that are um not so much like parental as a flight of fancy for her. Um if he's thinking about his future, like you're gonna throw like an American football across the whole field, and like, is she gonna catch it? Like, is she stable in that way? Uh, so that's just something that's like being thought about. I feel like because they aren't, as far as I know, they're not married, right? I feel like either he should or he's involved in like kind of creating his own sort of chronicle, or more dry, kind of not dry, like not boring, but like factual. Like how in sports people make documentaries that are like just about their sports career and achievements and stuff. So obviously he has many of those already, but I feel like he's contributing to that, like doing interviews that are specifically meant to be like historical documents. Yeah, and, like, maybe he has an eye to eventually retiring, uh, and he's just, like, very good at s staying on theme and, like, contributing as he should to documenting his fantastic career. Okay. I just wanna see about, like, Dr. Disco, come on. How about this? Do you want a comfortable blanket? Aren't you get cozy? Oh my gosh. Why don't you go lie on that? Sorry. Okay. Satisfying the 4-pound chihuahua. Okay. Um. Just want to see how he feels like within himself. Um, it feels like he has a lot of children, so they're on his mind. They're in his heart, and like there's a lot of running around and like literally, and also just getting stuff done. He seems very busy. And he has his like structure of living and training and like managing his like mental powers and focus. So that's like, like it's like a atypical kind of partner for a partnership. Someone who's so focused, driven, and busy and stuff, for sure. I feel like because there is like some kind of language barrier, he's missing out on some like cool aspects or like some cool invites or like uh I don't know how much time he gives to really going off schedule and like um just making like random plans with like new friends or like people where he lives, where he's playing. Because obviously it's like a really interesting ancient culture and stuff. And I just feel like he's engaging somewhat, but like I don't know. Those like earbuds that like automatically translate. I've never tried them, but I feel like it would benefit me because I'm always living in like French places, and as I get older, just hearing like understanding just random conversation, like I'm not as quick as I used to be, and I just touched my eye with jalapeno pepper because I just cut some recently, and now it's stinging my eye. Okay, so I feel like if he had some tool like that, like an automatic translator, he could flow better, and it would be like he would enjoy more some friendships and learning about the culture where he's living and playing football. Um, because it could either be just like shyness or being too busy, or you know it's kind of like icing on the cake. But I feel like he would really benefit in one way would be to have those like whatever AI translator earbuds, so it's just like immediate. I'm assuming they work anyway. It's like a recommendation that comes up because like if you have like a translator next to you, there's that pause that like breaks the flow of like, well, he just or she just said this. It's like the moment is lost. So like if you had something like the earbud translator, it would be quicker. And maybe especially if you had two pairs and the other person you could just respond in whatever language suits him. All right. All right. What else? What else? I feel like Georgina's world, like she is very involved in like her own like side projects. Like by side projects, I mean other than parenting, like things that she does creatively or like as a celebrity. I feel like the more time she puts into that, it kind of like starts building a wall between like the long term aspect of a relationship with Cristiano. So, because it's like, well, she could be putting that same energy and time just into the family and like into him rather than like globetrotting and whatever, I just feel like Cristiano really loves that vibe of coming home and like someone that cares about him has like like a tablecloth on the table and like a nice meal and like really it's like almost ceremonial and like um traditional. So you could say that some ways in which um, Georgina runs the household with like domestic help and etc. It like is one. It's like a layer removed of involvement. Even if she like brings the platter and puts it on the table, it's not the same vibe as like making it and quieting your life down. So there's not a bunch of like there's not like a carousing like group of friends. You know how like that teenager thing I was talking about, it's like when let's say you have a teenager and they bring like 5 of their friends over, it can be kinda chatty and chaotic or, like it changes the vibe. It changes the vibe from like adult to like random and more like boisterous. So his energy feels more adult and like almost like grandpa kind of zone, like very settled, and hers feels like 18 years old. So, it's while they may be enjoying their life, it's maybe not what he signed up for in terms of a partner. Like, it's possible that when they first met, she was more humble. And I mean, the Netflix shows, especially because they're like more than one, it's ongoing. Um, it's not giving like humility. Um, I feel like there's some. What is that? No. I feel like I don't know if it's his own relatives or his buddies but I feel like or it could be like his fellow footballers. I don't know, but people close to him that feel kind of like around him a lot and male. I feel like they're in his ear about like questioning the Netflix show, and you know how like friends can tease you and stuff like that. Like I don't know how much he puts up with teasing, but um, I feel like there's people are kind of questioning like, is that even cool or like, why do you put up with the Netflix series and stuff? Um, I mean, I'm not talking about like Netflix, the corporation. I'm talking about Georgina's choice to be involved in the show and like whatever. Um, or just even at a basic level, like living that way, like whether cameras are on or off. So, and then almost like prevents him from really having his own opinion or, because there's a lot of he has a lot of people in his life. So he's got these opinions coming at him. Like maybe it's bad for his image or, like she's really cultivating her image. But before they got together, like he was cultivating his own image. And now it's like this Netflix show is kind of like this whipped cream on top of his very serious dessert that doesn't take whipped cream. let's say he was like an opera cake with that like smooth chocolate glaze, and it's very like it is what it's sculptural, and then this like whipped cream on top makes it like more silly. So like it's is this still working? Okay. So it's affecting his image. I feel like he just wishes he wouldn't have to say anything, and she would just figure it out, like, "Stop doing that." But maybe she's, not that easy to regulate in that way, like, in terms of giving her your opinion. I feel like I felt like in the previous reading I did on him, like, a long time ago, that I felt like relatives and, like, her friends were, like, pressuring him to be involved in his career too much and, like, to his detriment. So, because he could hire people who, uh, let's say, could make a better commercial or could, whatever, help him in a more professional manner, rather than always just doing someone a favor. So this might be some area of growth that he needs to carve out for himself to be like, okay, how, boundaries, make life wonderful. So it's like, what boundaries will he create regarding this? To his friends, to whoever, and to so that he feels like there's people can understand him separate from whatever she's up to, you know. And I'm just gonna like look at like his relationship with his kids for a second. Um, I don't know if he ever takes like a vacation with them alone, like without Georgina, because I think like she takes vacations with the kids without him, kind of thing. I think it would benefit the kids to just have their daddy alone with them, without a bunch of staff and like maybe while Georgina's off doing filming something. Uh, because he's like, very like, gifted and what's the word I'm thinking for? Like, like I can't think of the word right. I don't know why, but a good influence, let's say, on his kids in terms of like them achieving their goals and like going after their dreams, like whatever might their skill set might be. Whereas I feel like Georgina would have a more like she might have some narcissistic traits, so she'd want the kids to do stuff that like reflects well on her. Whereas I feel like Christiana would let them do what they want to do, and just do a good job at it. Let's say like one of his sons wanted to be like a pastry chef or something. Like he'd be like, yeah, just be the best pastry chef you can be, like. Uh, Whereas I feel like Georgina would want them to, I don't know, be some like make more money than that or something. I don't know. Um, because I think like Cristiano values like happiness and mental health and self-respect and like just like dignity in life. Uh, so I think my last recommendation, if he's not already doing this, would be to spend some time where he's just like being the dad with his kids without all the staff, and with if Georgina's like off on some trip doing whatever. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up there. I hope you enjoyed this reading on Cristiano Ronaldo, and if you guys want to recommend another reading of a celebrity, I'm open to that, or like a topic, but probably a topic that's not like about politics too much, because I noticed that YouTube limits ability to do like live stuff if you talk about that stuff. So let's keep it simple. All right. Have a great day. Thank you, and like, share, subscribe if you want. And if you want to donate, you can through PayPal to my email, lauracrapo@gmail.com. All right, bye. Gotta put my turn this off. Okay, and here we go.